Bottoms is a movie starring Ayo Edebiri. Yeah, it's a movie about two teenage girls who are trying to get laid, but they're lesbians, so they're trying to find a way to get the other shorties in the school to get down with them. And the way that they decide to do this is by starting, of course, a fight club where girls can learn to defend each other. And it's a ridiculous, super unserious, hilarious comedy. Absolutely absurd. You have things going on in this movie that are just out of this world, just dumb, but dumb in a funny way, right? So you have a dude who's a football player who's literally in his football uniform the entirety of the movie, whether he's in class, whether he's at a party, whether he's doing something else. He's got the shoulder pads on and he's keeping them on. That's how absurd this movie is. This movie lends itself not at all to reality in any way, shape, or form, but it does also have a really good heart to it, where we're talking about acceptance. We're talking about, you know, trying not to use other people in order to get your little carnal desires off. Because I know some of y'all got them carnal desires where y'all are trying to be up in somebody's pants, if you will. And you need to learn how to stop using people in order to get your rocks off. You know what I'm saying? People are people. People are real. You know what I'm saying? They have feelings and emotions. And that's pretty much some of what this movie talks about. And also talks about like deceiving your friends and not trying to start a fight club in order to sleep with people. Edebiri is hilarious in this movie. She was also in the Ninja Turtles. She's in everything. She was also in the Ninja Turtles movie as April O'Neil. She was in The Bear, which is a great show that you guys should watch. Yeah. So you also have Rachel Sennott, who's in this, Sennott in this as PJ. She's also hilarious. She's kind of the person who initiates the fight club. Her and Josie, who Ayo plays, are doing this together. But she's kind of like, I don't want to say like the brains behind the operation, but she's the deviousness behind the operation. And they do a great job of playing off each other, both these actresses during the entirety of this movie. And then you also have Ruby Cruz, who I also want to highlight. She plays Hazel Callahan. Hazel's crazy. Hazel keeps making bombs and trying to find ways to set bombs off. And it's to the point where everybody has to, hey, listen, I know we're here for like a revolution and we're tired of these boys treating us this way and like being jerks to us, but hey, let's not make bombs all the time and try to blow up people's houses. The movie has and you'll see, like, even in the poster, you got our main man, Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is funny as hell in this movie. He has his deadpan, super Oakland, super LA, like, ways about him, where he's just very matter of fact about everything he says, not trying to hide what he says. I don't know whose idea it was to cast Marshawn Lynch in this movie, but they did themselves a favor because it was a good move. And then on top of that, you also want to talk about the fight scenes. Yeah, the fight scenes in this movie are freaking brutal. Like, people are literally bleeding from the mouth. They're getting beat down. But yeah, I truly enjoyed this movie. If you're looking for a good laugh, a good time, I guess not at the movies because it's out of the movies. I think this came out back in August. I highly recommend Bottoms. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So let's get to some of these comments. Yeah, I'll be the first to admit that I didn't think Bottoms was that great outside of Marshawn Lynch in the ending. Well, first of all, let's talk about the ending. The ending is freaking hilarious. It's crazy. That entire fight scene and the poison that they put. Oh no, it wasn't poison. It was somebody had an allergy of some sort and they tried to spray it around. Yo, that insanity. So yeah, but yeah, I actually thought it was pretty funny. I love the absurdity of it. Kind of reminded me of some of those like Mad TV skits where it could just get crazier, and Jordan Peele skits where it could just like get crazier and crazier. I guess you should also mention the Chappelle Show as well, as it gets crazier and crazier. So I did really enjoy that. Yeah, but if you didn't enjoy it, that's totally fine, man. Like, not everybody enjoys every single thing. All right, so CC says, yo, love Bottoms. It was so funny. Ayo Edebiri killed it. Probably my favorite comedy of this year. I think it's also my favorite comedy of this year. Joyride was a close second. Joyride was also great, but I think, yeah, this definitely takes it for sure. The fight scene was the most ridiculous and funniest part. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, it got absurd at times.